Surrounded by history, culture and unique scenery, the Crouch Valley Railway Line invites passengers to journey into a special corner of the Essex landscape. The train makes its way from the large town of Wickford along the north bank of the River Crouch estuary and out into the low-lying salt marshes of the Dengie Peninsula. Remote villages emerge from the landscape in a haven of solitude inhabited by an abundance of distinctive wildlife, including Brent geese, oyster catchers, kestrels and even glowworms. The 16.5-mile west to east branch line was first opened to freight and the public in the summer of 1889 and has faithfully served the local communities ever since. The journey starts at Wickford, where the station provides a convenient link to the London to Southend main line. Very soon the countryside opens up into fields and hedgerows before arriving at Battlesbridge Antique Centre. Established in 1967, it is the largest centre of its kind in Essex, with 80 dealers housed in a series of old buildings including a former mill. There's also a coffee shop on the top floor, a weir that marks the start of the River Crouch estuary and a motorcycle museum. Further along the line is South Woodham Ferrers, a historic town which was founded during the Victorian era by Londoners looking to downsize away from the city. It boasts plenty of shops, a wide variety of eating places, and is also home to the award-winning Crouch Vale Brewery. Close by are Marsh Farm Country Park and the gardens of Hyde Hall, which have benefited from major investment from the Royal Horticultural Society. Next on the line is the small village of North Fambridge, situated on the north bank of the River Crouch, where the Essex Wildlife Trust Reserve of Blue House Farm is within walking distance of the train station and is a great place for birdwatching. Then it's on to Althorne, located on a ridge overlooking the river. Here, the land sloping down to the river is designated as a special landscape area, and there are 4 conservation sites close to the waterside. A 5-mile circular walk from the station takes in the 14th century St Andrew's Church, while a shorter self-guided nature ramble goes through Bass Wood and along the sea wall. Yachting haven Burnham-on-Crouch is a small historic town situated on the banks of the River Crouch and a gateway to the salt marshes of the peninsula. As well as being home to 5 sailing clubs, it also hosts yacht and dinghy racing during Burnham Week at the end of August. A stroll along the quayside throws up many interesting features, including moored houseboats and the Burnham and District Museum. A visit to the High Street and its unique clock tower is a must. While in the town, there is also the opportunity to take a trip on the Burnham to Wallasey Island ferry. The RSPB Wild Coast project has been established on the island, where the marshes bloom with sea aster, sea purslane and sea lavender. Look closely and you'll see rusty seals basking on the mudflats, a plethora of native and migrant bird species, and clouded yellow and painted lady butterflies. Southminster marks the end of the train journey, but there is plenty still to explore both in the town and the surrounding area. The town features good local services, including a selection of local real ale pubs and the 12th century St Leonard's Church. The Reverend Dr Alexander Scott, who was the church rector between 1803 and 1840, was chaplain and private secretary to Lord Nelson and cradled the dying admiral at the Battle of Trafalgar. A 20-minute bus ride from Southminster railway station gives access to Bradwell-on-Sea, an ancient village on the Dengie Peninsula. From there, it's a short walk to the Cocklespit Beach, home to the mystical chapel of St Peter's, which was built on the site of the Roman fort of Athona using stones from the original edifice. The area between Southminster, nearby Tillingham and Bradwell can also be easily explored by bike. And as the trains can accommodate bicycles, it can make for an inspiring day out amidst wonderful scenery. Train travellers can enjoy the exhilarating views and fun days out in extra comfort, thanks to the fleet of brand new, longer trains which are being introduced by Greater Anglia. Supported by the enthusiastic volunteers of the Essex and South Suffolk Community Rail Partnership, the undoubted attractions of this railway line make it a great way to discover this wonderful area of Essex.